So there's an outreach strategy that I have used a few times now and plan to use way out on into the future to try and get more of my target market and attract them as customers or clients. And I think this works in any type of business, but I do think it works best in a service-based business. But again, to be fair, I think it doesn't really matter, to be honest. It's all about trying to attract your target customers. So it's ultimately a very simple thing fundamentally. It's kind of tapping into just the fundamentals of how we actually, find our target customers in the first place. Like, where are they? Where are they spending their time? All this sort of thing. And then actually taking advantage of that and then marketing to them in those places. That's basically how this works. So first things first is that very thing. You want to go wherever your target customers spend the most time. So let's say they are, it depends on the type of business. There's a billion unlimited examples, basically, depending on product-based business, service-based business, and the service itself. So you're kind of flipping the switch on traditional outreach and marketing. So instead of, say, you run a content creation, video editing, or graphic design business, and you're going to go provide your services to a certain type of client, certain type of business or freelancer, whatever it might be, you're not just going to go and pitch your services to a bunch of different people and get their emails and cold call them. Instead, you're going to go to the place where your target customer isn't looking for your service, but where you will stand out like a sore thumb when you promote yourself in there, or at least promote yourself to the person that you can tell needs your service the most. So, for instance, let's say you want to help YouTubers with thumbnail design or with copywriting, whatever it might be. For instance, I was part of, and I think I still am part of, a Facebook community called YouTubers Genuinely Supporting Each Other, which means that in that community, there are tens, if not hundreds, of YouTubers genuinely supporting each other. So that group would be perfect for someone looking to help YouTubers with thumbnail design, content creation, editing, copywriting, whatever it might be. Because they might not all have, the funds or monetization or money to be able to afford thumbnail designers, copywriters, editors, whatever it might be. But there's going to be a small percentage that are. There's going to be, if there's 100 or 1,000 people in there, there's going to be one or two that are potential customers for you. And so it's about taking this approach and applying it to any industry, any service, any product that you're trying to sell. So just basically take that example. Like, if you are trying to sell your health and fitness products, you want to go to somewhere that is like the ultimate health and fitness page where people are like sharing their new products they've got, if it's like a biohacking space or a natural health space or whatever it might be. People that are sharing what they want to share in there because they're happy about the new products they've got, or they're happy about how long they've had this cold plunge for, or this sauna for, whatever it might be, or happy they've been buying this supplement for 6 months now. If you go there as someone that maybe the admins, to be honest, might think that you're just a customer of these stores, you go there as the actual dropshipper or e-commerce owner of a store, and then you might not necessarily be allowed to, because of the permissions of a group, promote your services or products in that group, but you can at least talk to different people that engage the most with it, or talk to different people. You can engage with the community basically and see people that are potentially highly likely customers or clients for you. And in that way, it's kind of like the most indirect form of outreach in a sense, because you are basically going where people are most likely to need you. And you're going to the people that most likely need you as well. It's like if you were a mechanic and you went to, and you needed work so badly. You could go anywhere you wanted in your country, or in your state or county in the UK, and look for work, and on a certain type of car maybe. But unless you're going to be looking forever basically, unless you go to a Facebook community that are people that currently have loads of mechanical issues with a certain type of car, certain type of model of a car. That group is basically a group of people that are literally people that need your business. So it's ultimately you connecting yourself with people that need you. And so you can do this with anything, product-based business, service-based business, and again, it's about thinking slightly outside the box, because it's not just about going to where there are more people like you. It's about finding communities or groups or pages where there are people that are most likely to need or want to buy from you. And so it's not necessarily the most conventionally linearly thinking process, because again, if you're a video editor, you might not think to just directly go to a YouTube community place where there's creators, but actually is your literally the hotspot. If you're a content creator, thumbnail designer, whatever it might be, go to a page where it's full of content creators, up and coming content creators. That's just a gold mine for someone looking to be a thumbnail designer, video editor, copywriter. And so you want to be going and finding communities and pages where there are people that look like they are your perfect ideal customer or client that need your service or product, basically. So this is actually a pretty short video because that's ultimately it, but it is ultimately about finding the community or the page or the group or the channel, wherever it might be. Typically on Facebook communities and groups are the best place, but again, you might find them on Instagram and LinkedIn and places like that, or Pinterest and places like that, and Twitter now on X, Twitter/X. Ultimately, people that look like they need your product or service. And it can take some digging, because sometimes it is quite linearly thinking. Again, the e-commerce example of like health products, that was a fairly obvious example. You go to the community and join the community where there are people that are satisfied and are sharing or happy with their new products or supplements or whatever they have. And then you go there as a new store promoting your discounts to certain people. Obviously, bear in mind, you might not be able to promote in some servers, depending on what the server's about. So it's about connecting with potential customers and clients then in that case, like that one-on-one. Like you can potentially just send someone a discount code after like a couple of days or weeks of being in there. But it is about finding those communities and pages and forums that are your target markets, like the hotspot basically for you. So I hope that helps. Feel free to, like, if you're confused as to where you could potentially go yourself, feel free to like DM me on Instagram. I've got my links on this page anyway. DM me if you're watching this on like X or somewhere, or leave a comment below on this video on YouTube or wherever you might be watching it, and I'm happy to help you figure out where might be best for you to be kind of promoting yourself, either one-on-one with people in a community, or if you're allowed to because of server rules and community rules, be promoting in that community as well. So hope that helps. Yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.